Welcome on in. Welcome to episode 4 of Roll for Adventure, presenting Candlekeep Mysteries with a bunch of crazy humans who are amazing and lovely and I love very, very much. Speaking of, hi, my name is Claire. I am your humble dungeon master not so humble. I am your dungeon master. I am very, very warm today. It's a sweaty time in the UK, so you're just gonna have to deal with a beautiful sheen. But these are my beautiful players. Say hi, beautiful players of types.
Hello.
Hey. Hello. Amazing. For a very short moment, though, I thought you were in the wrong spots, and then I realised that you weren't, and it made me a lot happier. Without further ado, let's have us introduce ourselves. Let's start with Jace to my left.
Hi, I'm Jace. I am playing Brock, the Forest Gnome Fighter.
And Kate.
Hi, I'm Kate. I am playing Karina, the human rogue with a piratey twist.
Crispy.
I am Crispy, and I am playing. Excuse me. I am playing Awen, the Wood Elf Ranger.
And beautiful Katie.
Oh, I'm Katie. I am playing Talitha Misa, and she is a Asmar bard.
Okay, it's been a couple of weeks. Well, it's been a good few weeks because we had, due to me being a barely human, we had a bit of a break. But we left off. If you remember, we left off you having achieved what we thought might have been impossible. You retrieved 3 books and brought them back to Candlekeep with you after having a bit of a run-in, which you resolved diplomatically with some werefolk of jackalwares of some of persuasion, and you resolved that very diplomatically, and it was beautiful and wonderful. And you returned to Candlekeep with your books, being welcomed back, and you have a little bit of time to yourselves to do a little bit more research or whatever you'd like to do within Candlekeep. Is there anything in particular that any of you were wanting to do at this point, or?
Honestly, I was going to say maybe get some shoes, but I'm already covered there.
You're already covered there. That's
goals
true.
Goals are done there.
Yeah,
I want nothing else.
Game over. You've completed. And with that, Awen walked into the sunset, quite literally.
I don't think there's anything in particular that Talitha is looking to do apart from just keep trying to see what extra information she can find out about this cure thing, trying to rid the village of what's it.
For sure, you can absolutely do that. You're now actually finally able to read Mathroth's Mighty Digressions as well, so you have a good look through that. And Mathroth's Mighty Digressions really focuses on the weave. The weave is from what you're reading, and you being a little bit more magically inclined, this is certainly something that speaks to you more than, say, maybe the rest of your compatriots who use more natural magic or use certain things that they're able to discover within Candlekeep as becoming parts of their being. Now, you find out a little bit more about the weave, in that the weave is this interface that you've tapped into before through your natural charisma, but it's an interface that spellcasters use to create magic. There's been several deities along the lines of like manipulating the weave and who look after the weave, Mistra being one, which is very, very high in your knowledge, and you read quite a lot about Mistra in this book. You also read about the spell plague and damage to the weave causing unimaginable destruction. So you read about the spell plague where there was a big old interference with the weave and lots of bad things happened. That's me paraphrasing super hard. I could go into huge amounts of detail about it, but I would bore you all to tears with that. But there was also Cartus's Folly, which happened a very long time ago, which was an event that resulted in the literal fall of Netheril. So you're reading all of this. That's really, really interesting. And you find out a lot about a lot about the weave, and a lot of the things that you're reading start to feel like the magic that you were experiencing with, or this. Lots of things are triggering especially with the spell plague, or triggering. Oh, this might be someone like dicking about with magic. Someone's affecting magic pretty badly. It could be someone playing with magic again. You read a small. Sorry, go ahead.
With them, because obviously there's a Mistra angle.
Yeah,
and there's strong links to Mistra here, because the first book, when we were in the permanent mansion, that was given to Fistandria as a gift from Mistra, if
You're
I
right.
remember correctly. So there was some like heavy links there with Mistra within Candlekeep anyway.
So you're reading through this, and you read that there'd been when Mistra's been looking after the Mistra, and I think Midnight was a following one. They were intrinsic in preventing and I quote, the Netherese Lich Larlock the Shadow King from claiming dominion over all magic. They were intrinsic in that. And you feel, as you read these things and as you read all of this information, you are getting you can feel your hairs on the backs of your backs of your arms start to raise. You're getting goosebumps, and you're getting all of those feelings, that feeling of unease.
Okay.
Is there anything else that anybody else is doing
In particular?
Brock is just continuing his quest to understand why books.
Why books?
Why books?
Why books? You find yourself in a section, as you keep looking to find a book or a reason or something along those lines, you do find some books that really, really interest you and pique your interest, specifically those which talk about the inherent magical abilities of certain races that really speak to you, and it makes a change that when you actually start looking through some of these books, specifically ones about giants and those kind of things, you're like, oh man, this looks really exciting. This looks like something I should really get a hold of. And you take one of those books and you're like, oh, I think I'm gonna really, really enjoy this. And you devour this book, and it's super, super interesting.
Yeah.
Karina, your I was going to say pigeon. Your seagull comes back a couple of times over the next couple of days as you're all sort of doing the things that you're doing. Your seagull does come back a couple of times. Give me an animal handling check.
You got a 9.
A 9. It's slow going, mate. It's real slow going. You're struggling with this. I keep wanting to call it a pigeon. You're struggling with this seagull. You're not at this point. You kind of like, you wonder if the seagull is just sending its mates to come and see you as well, and whether it's the same seagull. You're in two minds as to whether this is the same seagull that you spoke to before.
I'm going to use Speak with Animals and ask it if it's the same seagull.
You're going to ask kids. Okay. Now I have to do a seagull voice. Give me. The seagull goes, yep, same seagull. Same seagull. I'm same seagull, mate. You can make an insight check if you like.
Absolutely, I will.
Oh.
11.
It's difficult to read. It's a seagull. You're not 100% certain. You haven't really paid a lot of attention because it's a seagull, and you're like, what the heck? It doesn't have the facial expressions and the nuances that you're used to in reading in people, so it's kind of difficult. He just goes, yep, same seagull, and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, same seagull. Seems like it's the same seagull. It's fine. It's just not working.
Karina, I think it's the same seagull.
Of course it's the same seagull. My brilliant animal training capability.
Amazing, incredible. You rest one evening. You all find yourself getting back to the room that you're in. You've been told that it's likely that in a week or so you might have to move and vacate from your rooms, but there are extra rooms that are available to you should you so wish, but it's maybe a little bit there's something coming up in a couple of weeks, like a big inventory that they're doing that they might need your help on at some point, so you may be moved in a couple of weeks. I do need you all to roll Arcana checks for me on this particular.
I'm so good at those.
I would say that Talitha can roll it with advantage.
7.
13.
15.
21, 15. Okay, so Talitha and Karina, in the middle of the night, you feel a shift in Candlekeep. The other two you don't feel a shift. There is a strange shift in the weave itself. Talitha, because of your innate abilities, you feel it more than Karina does. Even with your nat 20, Karina, you don't feel it quite as well because you're not quite as in tune with various innate magical capabilities. But something disappears. Something magical around Candlekeep stops being there. And both of you feel, Karina, all you feel is this immense sense of loss and that you can't really attune it to anything. It feels like you've lost your parents again. You know, it feels like a part of you has been ripped away. The boys sleep through absolutely fine without a problem. But Karina, you feel like this incredible loss. Talitha, it's like that connection that you've been making really recently as like on your trip home, that light dims. But you don't think it's you. The light dims for a moment and then it's back again. And you feel worry and concern that something in the weave has shifted. And then you all wake up a little bit later. You guys manage to get back to sleep, but then you all wake up and you meet up later.
Oh, I slept so well, not a care in the world.
I did not.
You
Did
did?
anyone feel that last night?
I just did not sleep right last night. I was up and down. I just felt, I don't know. I just feel
Something
low,
changed.
weird,
Something
strange.
changed in the. There was.
You're going to say a disturbance in the force, and it's going
I
to
was
hurt me,
not going to
Katie.
say a disturbance in the thoughts. I thought about it. I put it back in my face. It was like something stopped, and I don't. But it feels like something's been. It feels like something's been changed irrevocably, and I don't. I think we need to find the elders, or at least somebody we can speak to.
If that's what you want to do,
Yeah, I would want to go and try and find somebody like a crate of the library. Somebody that I've got a connection with from doing research and whatnot.
okay. So you're currently sat sort of like in the communal area downstairs at the moment. You can see a couple of familiar faces to you that are still hanging out around Candlekeep. You go to step out of the common room, and as you turn, the door opens, and this very, very tall, imposing looking, but with incredibly soft features, Aarakocra steps into the room. You do not recognize this person. They step into the room. They have it's kind of very eagle looking in their coloration. They're wearing not the colors of Candlekeep, but they're wearing like a deep red tabard kind of looking thing. Their wings are resplendent, and they step forwards and they say, they walk forwards to you and they say, "Are you the people who bought back the 3 books from Baldur's Gate?"
I mean, unless someone else recently brought back 3 books from Baldur's Gate, I assume yes.
Fantastic. Come with me, if you will. And they turn and they begin walking out of the room.
Oh no, I'm not the right character for that. Okay, I'll follow. I will follow straight away.
Let's
I'll
go.
follow,
on.
but I'm gonna be like, I don't know you.
They turn and they go, "My apologies. I'm so sorry. My name is Teller Zavost."
It's easy for you to say.
It is.
Hello.
Tellers Avost.
Tellers of Voss. Pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I guess I don't know.
Please.
Where are we headed?
Please come with me. And they just take you into a side room, a random side room. It's very small. They've got, there's a couple of chairs in there, not enough for all of you. They stand in the corner and they face you. There's like 3 chairs in the room, and they stand and face you, and they please come in and shut the door behind you. I think privacy is probably of the best case here right now.
Okay.
Hello. You initially came here about a village that was cursed. Is that accurate?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's been manipulating the weave. I'm an investigator.
I felt the manipulation of the weave in the middle of the night.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
I need to know that I can trust you. It's important to me and maybe to the future of Candlekeep, maybe Faerun, that I need a group of capable adventurers who I might be able to trust with this information.
You can definitely
trust us.
for sure.
Good, because you seem to be the closest to everything that's happening at the moment. Candlekeep's no longer protected.
What was its protection before?
A lot of all of the things that stop books from being stolen, all of the protections that are in place, no longer are here at Candlekeep.
Well, can you can you turn them back on?
Not with the weave in the state that it is at the moment. Someone is manipulating the weave from the inside.
So who does it make it vulnerable to?
They smile and in a strange Aarakocra way. You don't think you've ever seen an Aarakocra smile before. It's a funny beaky grin. There's a little bit of teeth in there. It's just a bit odd. And they sort of tip their head to the side and look back at you. And I don't know.
I'm really sorry. I missed the question then because I realised I hadn't put any of my new upgrades in my boxes. So, what just happened then? I'm really, really sorry.
Hey, what was the question you asked?
Yeah, I was basically asking if these protections have gone, what does that mean? You know,
Sorry.
Who does it make Candlekeep vulnerable to?
Everybody who wants the information that we have within, or they have within. We don't. I've been.
So the thing that stops you taking books out, that's gone. Anyone can take any books out. Anyone can come in. There's nothing stopping anyone coming into Candlekeep at the moment. So you've got no defences apart from the people who are in here.
This is why we're trying to keep it as quiet as possible, because I don't think everybody would have noticed.
I didn't notice, so.
There we go. I think I'm relatively. I have a relative understanding of magic, but I understand the inherent dangers that also come with magic. I believe there is some spellcaster trying to manipulate the weave and claim the power for themselves.
Do you have any idea where this spellcaster might be? How are you? Is it definitely a spellcaster, or is it an individual, or do you think it might be a group?
I don't know.
And has this ever happened before, or has somebody already asked that question?
No one's asked that question to him. Well, like out of you guys. They say before, and they chuckle. My forefathers came from Helrua, which you would recognise Talitha as being having been mentioned in Mathros' Mighty Digressions. It is a successor of Netherall, devastated by the spell plague. So they say my forefathers managed to escape the spell plague. So yes, it has happened before, and it's terrifying.
So we're thinking this is like spell plague Mark II. That's what you're. Have you had word from it?
I'd like it not to get that far.
Have you had words from any other organisations that this sort of thing has happened, that they've lost their defences as well, or is it just here?
As again, it's relatively new, and I'm trying to keep it on the down, on the down low, or quite quiet at the moment.
Okay.
I've spoken to the Avowed. here and have arranged for special dispensation for you. If you need... In that, if you need to leave Candlekeep, you can come back without providing a book.
Hey.
Nice.
And they fan out, they reach into a pocket and they fan out these coins. And these coins have got these small, they're like silver, probably mithril when you look at them again. Very, very beautiful coins with like this winged filigree in them. You don't recognize the symbol, but it's like this beautiful winged filigree. And they hand these out to you and say, if you present these at the gates, you'll be let back in without a problem should you need to leave. Our main concern at the moment is ensuring that whoever is doing this isn't successful in collating the information or the artifacts that they require. There were very, very powerful artifacts in this world. There were very, very powerful... magic is power. Someone that would control the whole of magic would be a terrifying thing to witness. They look up at all of you and say, should you have any questions, I'm planning on being stationed here for quite some time. If you need to speak to me about anything, to do research and see if I can establish what has happened has happened on my end from here. This feels like a big enough center of a lot of magic that has been removed that I think it's in my best interest to remain here for the time being. But if you had any other threads of investigation or you picked up anything, that would be... Please let me know if you find anything or find any other information.
Where would you suggest we started?
Sometimes the information just comes to you. Or sometimes you find it in a book. Use the libraries. See what you can find. Oh, I felt that.
Books.
They look at you, Brock, and they're like, maybe there's another. You can see them sort of like looking you over, looking you up and down, and they go, maybe there's another way that you would be able to help, or maybe you can hone your abilities. You don't have to. Just be prepared if you need to go out. Maybe that can be your job. It's kind of patronizing, but you get it. You get it from that reaction.
You've got to do the super. You've got to do the really, really hard tasks. You've got to wait really patiently. Can you do that for everyone?
No, I've got to run around.
Patronizing AF.
I can do that. I'm going to run around Candlekeep, and I'm just going to start asking people, "Do you want to control all magic?"
I mean, please don't do that. please don't do that. I'd really appreciate it if you didn't. But they say if you have any other thing that you wish to speak to me about, or you have any other concerns, please raise them with me. I will be here for the foreseeable future, for the looks of things, until we can get to the bottom of this. What would you like to do?
I assume I probably ought to go back to the library.
Okay.
So I think I'd go back to the library and I would try and research everything I could about the first spell plague.
Okay.
see if I could work, if there was anything there which told me how that started, where it started, and then probably try and look at the protection, see if there was any information about the protections that are on Candlekeep, or any other establishments in the area that also have like magical protection on them, to see whether that would be something that, while I was doing the research, the others can maybe look into, like if there's anything in the very immediate vicinity,
Okay.
to see whether anything's been affected.
Okay, so you know very much so that there is something beneath Baldur's Gate that has some protection in it, but you don't know exactly what that is. That's the information that you find. You also find about a protection from dragons that Waterdeep has, of like your big places on the coast. You get Waterdeep having the protection against dragons, and you get Baldur's Gate. There is some protection underneath Baldur's Gate and protecting something, but texts are incredibly vague about it. Those are the two that you definitely get straight away. What are the rest of you doing? How do the rest of you process this information? Don't all speak at once, friends.
No.
Brock is gonna like initially try to do some research, but like every time he opens a book to read it, he's just gonna be like bored. He's like gonna read like half a page and be like, I'm so bored. I'm so bored. I'm so bored. It's just
Okay.
There's gonna be like an ever increasing pile of books next.
Okay, so you get this ever-increasing pile of books, and you get bored where you are. You think it's probably it might be your location that's causing the problem. So you grab a couple and you take them up to your room, and you sit on your bed and you start reading your books as you're in the room, and you flick through the first couple of pages and you just sort of toss it haphazardly to a side. And you pick up and it's useless. It's useless. And then as you've finished disregarding the fourth book that you brought up, you hear a caw, and you look around, and your window is currently closed, but you see a raven outside the window, and it's holding a book in its talons. It has a book in its talons.
Okay. I'm gonna walk over to it and be like, "Hi there, Mr. Raven."
It doesn't.
Is that for me?
It doesn't, obviously it doesn't say anything, but it's you open the window and it flies into the room, drops the book, and just sits on the desk that's also in that room, and just looks at you as it drops the book. The book is threadbare. There has no title on the cover at all. It's just sort of there.
I'm gonna pick it up.
I know this has been very bird heavy so far this session.
I don't trust it. I don't like birds. No, I'm good. I guess I'm gonna pick it up and open it. The first page.
You pick it up and you open it and read the first page. It's got no title inside or out. It covers are cracked. You see unvarnished thin sheets of black oak covered with little bird scratches and little indentations made by pecking beaks. You see it's bound with black wire between these covers. You see a very small amount of pages that have yellowed with age and wrinkled from moisture. Each page bears tiny, blotchy brown script written in an unsteady hand. It is As you read it, it is the first-hand account written in common of an anonymous author who, after falling off her horse and breaking her leg, was rescued and befriended by Vistani travellers who graciously nursed her back to health. The author and the horse travelled with the Vistani for 3 months, during which the author spent most of her time laid up in a covered wagon where she started writing the book to pass the time. You can see there's only a few Vistani that are really colourfully described in the tome, but only 2 are mentioned by name. Drasha and Darzin. So Drasha is the teenage girl who applied bandages to the leg, and Darzin is a one-armed boy with a terrible fear of wolves who sang beautiful songs to help the author take her mind off the pain. It goes through detailing the Vistani way of life, emphasizing their food and their music. They talk about the overland journey as well, albeit from the one who spent most of their time inside the wagon. It goes through rough roads, days of travel through impenetrable mist and thick forest, crackling fires on cold nights, wolves howling in the dead of night, and ravens pecking at the roof of the wagon in the wee hours of the morning. As you continue reading, it's only about 35 pages or so. As you continue reading, the author writes about being able to hobble about on crutches. She talks about the cheery mood of her benefactors as the Vistani caravan travelled a winding mountain road to the gates of a tall, dark castle. The book ends with a description of the castle's dreadful countenance. And the writing abruptly stops on the 3rd to last page. Mid-sentence.
Brock's gonna just run the shirt. Aylin, Karina, Talitha.
As you do, the raven flies past you and out of the window. But as the raven flies past, the book seems to flutter of its own accord, and something falls out of it. Looking down, you see a map.
I pick up the map and then continue running and shouting through it.
Have you also got the book? Is it just the map you've got? Or you just
the book
running
and the map. The book and the map.
So like you're just running around in circles. Ooh!
Ooh.
Let's show you the map, shall we?
Yeah, whenever I find the 3 of them, she'll be like, a bird brought this to me.
You're like, a bird?
A bird.
You sure it was a bird?
It was a raven. A raven flew in my window and brought
A raven
me this.
carried your book. Yeah, sure it did.
Instantly like, yeah, no, it didn't happen. Pixar, it didn't happen right
It
there.
didn't happen, yeah.
You can map with something like evil written in huge letters on it.
That's what it does.
Evil beware. It's treasure map.
Do any of these places, anything mentioned on this map, does it mean anything to any of us?
Give me You can give me a history check if you want, or a nature check. But tell me what you roll and...
4.
Or
16.
Which are these? Are these histories or natures?
Mine's the 16 history.
16 hits to history. Well, you and Karina recognise which way. You and Karina are doing a lot of heavy lifting right now. I'm not gonna lie.
I found the book.
Got a bird brought it to you.
You and Karina recognise which way. Which way is in the Troll Cause, sort of like northeast of Baldur's Gate and the Field of the Dead. But you'd recognise like the waters as well, being like the winding waters and those kind of things. You recognise that there. You also both of you recognise the scorch of the red worm as being caused by, wait for this, fire in Tenema, who was an ancient red dragon whose hollowed out corpse now serves as one of the spires of Candlekeep.
Ew.
Candlekeep's amazing. Like, I can't stress enough how wonderful this place is and how wondrous this this area is that you're currently in.
Tower that's just made out of a dragon.
Why not? It's fantasy, isn't it?
What's the name of that dragon?
Siren Tenema.
Okay. Okay, so which way is northeast of Baldur's Gate?
Yeah. I thought you were asking which way is northeast of Baldur's Gate, and I was like, well, it's northeast gate. Well, I don't know how else to describe that other than northeast. I'm sorry.
Follow the trail to the hand and horn. Do we know what the hand and horn is? Does that make it?
No, it doesn't make any. It doesn't like give any reference to you. You assume it's kind of you'll know it when you see it, sort of like a rock formation, maybe.
Okay.
It's giving rock formation.
So Tallis said that we sometimes things would just appear at us. So I haven't, apart from having a lot more knowledge about when it's happened before now, I haven't moved any further forward with my investigations here. So I wonder whether we maybe take a trip out to which way?
Which way? Oh, that way.
Yeah.
I think we should do that. I'm getting real tired of being in the library.
Well, being there for one day.
Okay. Let's head out.
Do you speak to Tellers before you go?
Yes.
Okay, so Tellers will tell you. They will give you a little bit of extra information in that reading this, they say they say that this seems very, very familiar, and it sits with the knowledge that they have of a secret society who they are concerned that this is close to the knowledge that they have of a secret society called the Scarlet Sash. This isn't something that you guys have ever heard of, but they explain that the Scarlet Sash tend to do things with magical, where they tend to search out magical artifacts, and it doesn't seem. They say to you, now this book was brought to you after I've spoken to you, and I don't believe in coincidences.
Okay.
So if you would like to go on this trail, keep an eye out for artifacts that might be of import.
How long will it take us to get from here to which way?
Likely about a 10-day.
Is there a way? Is that on foot, or is that? Can we borrow a cart or a carriage or something?
You may be able to. You should be able to. You probably will be able to cut it down a little bit, maybe make it like 5-6 days if you were to go via cart. They say once you get to get to which way, it might be more prudent to then start taking things a little bit slower on foot. So, pack light. But if you wanted to start with a car, are any of you proficient in land vehicles? Do you have like a proficiency with land vehicles? Because it might be tricky if you're not.
Nope.
No.
So,
So, I mean, you could certainly buy, like, try and take a cart.
But is there a way of us? Is there like? Is there a way of us? Is there a bus?
Well, I mean,
You know what I mean? Like a carriage sort of. Is there a regular thing wherein people go from? Because if it's near Baldur's Gate, if we can go,
you could probably go to Baldur's Gate and then like with a trader. Traders come here quite regularly with provisions and things. You could probably hitch a ride back with them.
Okay.
I'm sure that we would be able to supplement that for you. But after you get to Baldur's Gate, it would then have to be maybe taking it on foot. I don't think anybody's going to take you to the abandoned village of Witchway.
No D&D
That way is the
Uber,
answer. There's no D&D Uber, unfortunately. Fey Roomba. No, that doesn't work. We're doing capitalism again. We need to stop this.
Yeah.
There's no taxi service, but yeah, like the following morning when the traders come and they bring the supplies to Candlekeep, you can easily hop on one of those and take a good sort of like a good 5-day trip back to Baldur's Gate. Well, a couple of days back to Baldur's Gate, and then
walk the rest of the way.
The rest of the way would probably be like a couple of days to get to which way from Baldur's Gate.
That feels better than walking a 10-day.
Sure. I'm happy for you to do that. I'm happy to expedite and do that if you so wish. If you're happy. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Okay. So following morning, you zoom off to Baldur's Gate by way of caravan on the coast road. Yeah, it's fast travel really. You travel
by map. You travel
by map the whole way, and you spend.
I know where some of the travel points are in Baldur's Gate, so we'll be fine.
You know where what? Sorry.
Some of the waypoints are in Baldur's Gate. Will be fine.
No, you don't know where all of them are.
I know where some of them are.
You before long you're heading out in the direction of where you believe which way to be based on the information that you've got on this treasure map. 2 days of pretty mundane travel follows, and you end up the thing like Awen, you're probably the first to notice that everything just feels darker. The closer and closer you get to Witchway, everything gets a bit darker, a bit more bit colder. Everything just feels, and I mean, you haven't moved that far north. It hasn't been a huge difference, but everything's just a bit more ominous, and the mist just seems to sort of like creep in over the land that you're heading on. And before you kind of sense Witchway being in your presence before you see it, as these dilapidated buildings sort of manifest out of the mist. It's very dark at this point, but it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be dark. It should be probably mid-afternoon at best.
Does my knowledge of nature help me? Maybe I've seen something like this before, or might help me realize what's going on.
Give me a nature check.
8.
Not something that you've ever seen in the forest that you grew up in. It's it doesn't feel supernatural. I'll rephrase that. It doesn't feel natural. It feels supernatural in some way. It's an awkward unease that you are put into. Has my stream, I've crashed. My camera's crashed. Bear with. Mm-hmm. Sorry, gang. Give me a moment. It's a really awkward spot as well. Let's try that.
I think it's a great image.
It's a great image. It's wonderful. Jeez, give me a sec. Like the rest of you are fine. But that's gonna be my thumbnail. Hold up. For God's sake, give me a moment. It will pop up again in a second, hopefully. Please work. I love this for all of us. This is
technology doing the thing that it does.
I'm just delighted that it's not me. Because
when we first
started, well, to be fair, Claire, I've dicked it up so much today.
I just think it's pretty impressive. We're 4 episodes in. I think this is the first time we've had technical difficulties.
We're back. Hi.
Nice.
Oh my God. Cool. Sorry about that. Okay. So
have you gone again?
Oh yeah, I've gone again. What the fuck? Hold up.
It's a disturbance in the weave, that's what it is.
It's a weave, it's done it.
Bloody weave.
Let me see if I can do some bits.
If Mistra weren't too busy, she'd have had her eyes on the game, that's all I'm saying.
Camera's not going to work properly until we find the culprit.
Yeah. Oh God, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm so sorry, gang. I'm gonna get this to work. Stupid friggin'. Let me just like do.
Hey, do you want to take a little break and we can?
No.
Okay.
I'm back again now. I don't know why it's not liking it. We're just gonna leave that like that, and hope that if I do this, it doesn't break everything. Okay. We're here. Hi, Coco. We're here. So.
So am I the only one that's feeling this right now?
The closer that you have this general unease and unhappiness with what is going on currently, the rest of you are kind of like not entirely sure. You see like you see a misty spooky village, but Awen is feeling it.
I feel like most of the time at the moment, like because she's been able to, she's Talitha's probably got a few books that she's taken from the library in a pack to look at research on the way to which way. So she's still like walking along like this, you know.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah. So where Awen is feeling a little bit at unease, you're just seeing spooky place, basically.
Y'all, this place give me the ick. I think we should maybe proceed with a little bit more caution.
Yeah, I'd go with that. It looks like a dump.
Can't really describe, but it's just giving me some bad vibes. I think just be on alert.
It's a spooky dump.
Make a perception check for me. All of you, I'll take perception from everyone.
All of us, okay.
24.
21.
11.
Rita?
17.
Okay. You sort of spend a moment getting nice and quiet and just looking around, looking for any signs of life whatsoever. And you all hear it, just to your right, as it gets quieter and quieter. Oh, you've lost me again. I don't think I'm going to be able to get this to fucking work today.
Oh no.
You need to restart it, or
We started it 3 times. It's really annoying. I wonder if I can cobble something together very quick. Why is that crashing? No, it's not my PC. I appreciate everybody trying to help. She says, lying through her teeth. Let me see if I can.
Quick, everyone. We need to ritually sacrifice a goat to the technology gods.
We do. It's so frustrating. Let me see if I can do it with a different thing. Bear with. There might be a bit of finagling, but hopefully I can get this to work.
I could sacrifice this.
Yeah, no, that's not going to work. I'm going to make very, very angry noises at things in a minute. Let's try this one more time. If I do... You guys might not be able to see me, but stream will if I do it this way round.
Okay.
If this works. Window capture. I think that's the best you're gonna get right now. If that crashes, I don't know what else to say, but at least I'm there. At least I'm there. So fingers crossed. Yeah, and it will still do the thing. Cool. Okay. Hopefully that doesn't break everything. If that breaks everything, I don't know what else to do. But you guys can't see me on the Discord call, so my apologies. Right.
it's like normal D&D now.
It's like normal D&D. Yeah, so you find yourselves, it gets very, very quiet. It gets very quiet, and then suddenly you see it. And darting out directly at you is a pig.
Oh.
Just a wild pig.
Rude.
You don't say anything else.
Does
Just
the
a
pig
pig.
look normal? Does it look like a normal pig?
Give me a nature check. I see that face.
Oh, that's medicine. I didn't mean to take that. 18.
18.
17.
Yeah.
Okay. 18 nature, 17 nature. It looks like a pig. It looks like a pig. Looks like a wild pig.
Okay.
I'd like to try and talk to the pig.
Okay. Are you going to use a spell slot to cast Speak with Animals?
Wait. I've lost. Okay. How long does Speak with Animals stay active for?
It should say on the spell.
But I mean,
It's been days.
at this point.
Oh, right. We traveled. Right.
I don't think a week.
Okay. It only lasts for 10 minutes. Never mind. Okay. Yeah. Never mind. I don't want to talk to the pig anymore.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so if you want to make some headway into this in this village, you're welcome to try and stay in this village if you'd like to, or if you want to start like moving along and trying to follow this treasure map, you can certainly do that as well.
What time do we get to the village?
It's about mid-afternoon.
And we will keep going and set up camp on the
we
way.
gotta keep going.
Okay, then I will quite happily take either survival checks from everybody or a one survival check from a person who is taking point, but they can have advantage.
It won't be me.
I'm not very good at the survival checks.
I'm pretty good at survival, actually.
Yeah.
I could
I'm
take
like
point.
okay at them, but Awen's probably better.
I would think that Awen was probably the one as the ranger to maybe
yeah, I would
helm
assume
this
that
bad
you-
boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
I will take a survival check from you with advantage then, please, Awen. I need to see.
Natural 20.
I need to see the natural 20s in chat because that's what Awen just rolled with a 25.
I rolled
Easily.
a 20 and a 19.
That's incredible. I love that. I bloody love that. Amazing. Incredible. It takes like a good few hours. But you find yourself following the map. You follow down to the you find the way from which way to the Hand and Horn, and it's two rocky outcrops that you see. You turn, you begin to walk through a forest until you get to a wooden bridge. Now the wooden bridge looks very different to what you can see on the map. So the wooden bridge on the map looks covered and looks well. The wooden bridge that you can currently see spanning the river, all of the covering has fallen away from the bridge. But you're pretty certain that you're in the right spot.
Good job, Awen.
You feel like you're probably about halfway through your
What sort of time is it now?
it's getting towards evening at this point. It's starting to get a bit darker. The mists are getting.
Are
Right, Cam?
we sure this is the right bridge? Like, does it look like it used to have?
It does.
Already?
It does. It does.
Okay.
You can, like, looking at the bridge, you can see, and with your innate, you're incredibly confident that you've gone in the right direction.
Okay.
With this, you're in your element currently, doing the things that you're currently doing.
We make camp.
I think it probably might make sense to camp here before we go any further.
Okay. Okay, you all make camp. You all
I don't think we camp like right next to the bridge, though. I think we'd probably come a little bit further along the river. Next to the bridge feels a little bit exposed.
Okay. Okay, yeah, you can do that. You can do that. You take like a 5-10 minute walk up the river off the path, and you find somewhere that you can relax and rest for the night. And who's taking watches tonight? This is like the first time where it's really felt pertinent that you take watches, because you're kind of in a bit more of a remote space.
I'll take your first watch.
Brock would offer to take the second.
Okay. Okay, can I have a perception check as you all bed down, unless there's anything else that you would like to do? Can I have a perception check from Karina, please?
17.
Okay, quiet. A quiet period of watch goes by with nothing but the river and the mist to keep you company.
Nice.
You wake up Brock for the second watch.
Okay.
Make
Hey,
a
Brock.
make a perception check for me, please, Brock.
Oh,
3. Your watch
I
is
mean, Awen would be awake as well because he only needs a 4-hour rest.
not yet. Oh, damn it. You, and also, how dare you try to use passive?
Just trying.
How dare
appreciate it.
mate. Bard's bard.
you have you are cold, you are grumpy, you take this middle, you have this habit, Brock, of taking this middle shift because you're like, I can do that. I can manage that. I can do it. I manage it. You take this middle shift and you're like, I want to do the middle shift to prove that I can do it. And every single time you struggle to stay awake. You're really struggling. And the mist and the cold, and you wrap yourself up, and then you wake up realizing that your shift is over and nothing has happened during that shift.
Hey.
But Awen, at this point, you've been awake for about an hour and you've been watching Brock sleeping during his rest.
I've been watching Rock sleep.
Yeah, you've been watching him sleep through his. You decide not to wake him because you're awake anyway, but you've been watching him, you know. When Brock, when you wake up with a start, you make eye contact with Awen, who's just looking at you.
I'm just like, hey, good morning.
We had a peaceful night. Nothing happened, right?
Yep.
But Brock, you go back. You go back to sleep. Awen, I need you to make a perception check for me as well.
It's gonna be really embarrassing if I roll like a 1. No! Are you kidding?
It's important. It's important that you see this. It's important that you see this. Amazing.
I'm gonna
Amazing.
need you. I'm gonna need you to say it's gonna like I need to roll a 20, but I need to roll a 20. I need to roll a nat 20. Jesus Christ.
So
Despite the fact that elves don't sleep, Awen falls asleep.
So, while you're chuckling to yourself, chastising Brock, I'll tell you what you don't hear.
Oh no.
You don't hear the sounds of an animal beginning to cross a bridge in the distance. You don't hear the noise of a long spindly arm reaching up from that bridge and pulling that animal below. You hear none of that. You hear no crunching of flesh and bone as the small animal that crosses the bridge is devoured. You hear absolutely none of that.
It seems very unfair that I have that knowledge now, but I don't at the same time.
Rhea Irongar's got a lot to answer for. But you don't hear. Oh, no bad.
Did I fall asleep? Is that what happened?
No, you didn't. You didn't fall asleep. You didn't need to sleep.
Oh,
You've already rested.
dang it.
You just didn't hear it. You just didn't hear that happening.
You're probably too busy chuckling to yourself about Brock. And looking at his shoes. Should never have got him shoes. It was a mistake. Okay.
And you all finish your long rest. You all feel well rested. Especially Brock.
Good morning, everybody. Nothing happened at all.
So we'll go back up to the
All
Weaver
clear.
Bridge.
Well,
Cool.
I'm very excited to cross this completely ordinary, non-suspicious bridge.
It's very difficult. Right, cool.
I'm certainly not going to attempt a perception check as we approach this bridge for claw marks or blood or anything. For no reason.
No reason whatsoever. I wouldn't. I mean, why would you? You didn't spot anything.
Why would I?
Why would you?
This is hateful.
Hey,
Actually, in my
Brock,
backstory, I forgot to include I have an innate fear of bridges, so like I'm very
Yeah.
I just want to check it out, make sure it looks okay before I cross it, for safety.
The problem is in my backstory, I have an innate fear of being DM'd by Sidekit and having to cross the river in a raft. But that is a story for a different day.
That is a story for a different day. That might be a story for a D&D brief. Who knows?
Might be a story for a D&D route.
Folks, as you get to the bridge, I feel like this is a perfect time for us to take a little break. Because we're about halfway through the session. So we will have a 5-10 minute break, something along those lines. I'm glad that my camera has managed to start fucking working again. Well, like the semblance of what I've somehow managed to cobble together has started working again. But we'll take a 5-10 minute break. We'll run some ads to try and get rid of the mid-roll. But we will be back very, very shortly. Okay, you all good, gang?
Yeah, we're super good.
Sounds good.
We're like,
Right.
well
For a little bit longer, at
excited.
least.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. we're back. Hi. Hi. Cool. Callies. Yeah, so you approach the bridge.
Okay.
Can I perceive the bridge?
Yeah, like, I mean, as far as we know, there's nothing suspicious. So Brock's just gonna be like, I'll go first, you know?
Just a bridge like any other bridge.
Looks a
Sure,
little rickety.
actually, you know what? I'll show you what it looks like. So you head over to the bridge. It's very misty.
Oh,
The map. This couldn't mean anything.
I mean, I'm just showing you what it looks like. You can't see anything.
Yeah. Walk up to the bridge.
Okay, cool. Perfect.
How does the bridge look? Is it like does it look sturdy?
Sturdy. It looks sturdy enough. You're welcome to make a perception check if you so wish to like ascertain.
Brock wouldn't. Like,
Okay. As you step onto the bridge, you sense, like, all of you sense, like, the atmosphere instantly change as you step onto the bridge, and you see crawling out from underneath the bridge a large creature, green skin. You feel like you've been warned about creatures in the past that live under bridges.
Of all the pissing books we read in Candlekeep, did we read the one about the 3 billy growth fucking gruff?
We were a bit floppy though, were we?
As it pulls and lifts itself onto the side of the bridge and stares you directly down, I'd like you all to roll initiative.
It's literally a troll.
It's literally a troll.
Oh, you're joking.
oh, there's my natural 20.
Now you're 20.
Oh, God, that's bad.
Okay. Oh, I've got 2 Talithas on here. Talitha, did you roll a 12? Yeah.
Did roll a 12.
Okay, perfect. So
I'll tell you something. I rolled a 12 and then looked for my shield guardian sheet. That was not good.
So Talitha, it's not Talitha. It's Awen. Awen, you're up.
Hi, DM. Does the
Hi.
monster have full hit points?
It has full hit points. Yes, of course it does.
Okay, thank you for answering that.
You're very welcome.
I'm gonna take a step back
Okay.
and shoot at it with my longbow.
Your thing. An 11
11.
hits. 11 hits.
Awesome.
It's a big lumbering creature climbing up on the thing. For 10 points of piercing damage. Yep. Pew. Anything else that you wish to do in your turn, Awen?
No.
Hi, Awen. Friendly DM here who doesn't want you all to die ever, but will kill you if she has to. You have a bonus action concentration spell, which is called Hunter's Mark, which, if you hit it again on your next action, would take another 1d6 of damage away from it. But you can continue to concentrate on Hunter's Mark on this particular creature. That is something that you
now
can
that I
do.
think about it, I do have a remaining bonus action. I think I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark.
That is a really good idea.
Yeah.
Someone really cool must have given you that idea. It's me, I'm the person.
Yeah, that's you.
So you're concentrating on that. Callies. Great stuff. That is your turn, Awen. It is now the troll's turn. The troll is looking down at the lovely snack in front of it, and it's going to make 3 attacks on you.
So rude.
Oh,
On Brock.
Yep. So absolutely rude, but let's go.
The first claw attack is a 13 to hit.
Doesn't hit.
Okay, so that one you just duck out of the way without a problem. The second claw attack is a 21 to hit.
That does.
Okay, so you take 11 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And then on after the second claw attack, it's also going to bite down on you, which is a 24 to hit.
Silvery
That
barbs.
also hits.
Silvery barbs.
Silvery barbs.
Roger that. 21.
Still hits.
Okay.
I will give the advantage from silvery barbs to Brock.
Okay. Not the rogue.
No, no, 'cause it's too far away. I'm giving it to Brock.
Okay. So you take 7 points of piercing damage on the next hit. On that hit, you also, and this is of particular interest to Awen, you also see it starting to heal its wounds as well.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That is it's gonna stand like more in the middle of the bridge, fully filling the space now, looking at all of you. Brock, it's your turn.
I'm so sorry, Space Set. How much did it hit me for with the bite?
The bite was 7 points of piercing damage.
Okay, cool. I just want to make sure I actually take that off of my hit points. There we go. Okay, it's my turn. Okay. Brock is going to look up at this giant troll and recalling the book that he got fascinated with, he is going to invoke his giant's might, and he's going to basically probably double or triple in size as he becomes large instead of small. And he's like, who's small now? And then I am going to
Look, I need to know how this happens, what this looks like, how this manifests as Brock grows. Is it beautiful and smooth? Or where does everything come into this?
I think like he's still figuring this out, so it's like very like one body part at a time. Like, you know, so it's just like
For sure. And so look, basically what you're saying is it looks awkward as shit. Amazing. I'm here
like,
for it.
Half of his head balloons up, and then, like the other half joy.
For sure. Brook is giving large energy right now.
Yep. And I'm going to
Is that a bonus action, Jace?
it is a bonus action.
Incredible.
Yes. So I'm going to then swing my book flail
Okay.
with advantage. So it's a 21 to hit.
21 hits.
And so it's 13 bludgeoning damage, but then I'm also going to invoke the rune on my flail. So my fire rune is going to glow like right on my weapon. And I'm going to do an extra 2d6 fire damage. And then because of my giant's might, I do an additional 1d6 damage, and I need a strength saving throw from the troll.
Rune knights, man, amazing. What's the DC on the strength save, mate?
I knew and now I've forgotten. Give me 1 second. It is 8 plus proficiency plus constitution, so that is only a 13.
Okay, so they rolled a 17.
Yeah. Okay, so it's not restrained. But,
Okay.
Yeah, so I do all of that, and that...
Some green bile from the troll, especially with the fire damage, gets thrown up on you.
Cool, but that's my turn, and I'll take my 27 collective damage.
Level 3. This is level 3, folks. Okay.
Ugh.
Talitha.
Okay, so this is how I see it going. So like the troll has just appeared from underneath the bridge. She's confronted by it. Brock's done this thing and he's huge, and Talitha's thinking, right, what can I do? What can I do to best this or to throw what I've got at it? And she he sort of thinks for a moment, and then like the light in her head, something just comes to her, and she bounces out her wings.
You turn that token around, bitch!
So her wings come out. And that's my action. And then for my bonus action, I'm gonna say to Brock, I didn't realise bigger was better, but I guess it is. And that's Bardic Inspiration.
Okay, wings out, Bardic Inspiration, flying about.
End of my turn.
End of your turn.
And I am gonna fly up.
Okay.
I'm gonna fly up 10 feet, I think.
Okay. So
'Cause I can.
you are 10 feet in the air. Karina, what are you doing?
How tall is Brock now?
He's gonna be taller than you.
Yeah, I know that. I was just thinking about how I'm going
I'm trying to. Brock's a gnome, isn't he?
Yeah, so I'm like just under 3 feet normally, so I'm at least doubled in height, but I don't know if it's more than that.
I would probably put you at like maybe like 6'8", something like that.
Yeah, I'm like slightly above normal humans.
But
No problem.
Just like beefy with it.
Thick boy.
I'm basically gonna come a running.
You sort of slip under Brock. Yeah, I'll allow it.
Yeah, originally, I mean, depending on how big he was, I was going to run between his legs and then, but not that big. Anyway,
Tell you what, give me an acrobatics check, Karina. Let's see how well.
Oh yeah, let's do something spectacular if we can.
I'm not going to say that you can't do it. It's just how well you do it. 23, you do it pretty fucking well. You sort of slide down on your knees, do a little bit of a slip. You'd think you wouldn't be able to slide on these on this wood, but you can. For some reason, you manage to do it, and then your sword comes out.
Sword comes out. So let's.
Hits.
Oh, right, okay.
For 8 points of piercing damage. Is there anything else that you're doing on your turn, Karina?
Hide behind Brock. So I've got that in the cunning action. I'll use that as a hide action to hide.
Okay, so to hide behind Brock, you would effectively need to disengage from the troll in order to do so. So your options are potentially get an opportunity attack from the troll, or disengage entirely and just move away. So that
I'll use that disengage action.
Okay. So you disengage and move away from behind under Brock. Cool. Cool. Awesome. Aaron, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna like sidestep just a little bit, kind of like sigh, be like, Brock getting in the way. I don't want to accidentally shoot him. And I'm going to
natural one.
I'm gonna go ahead and shoot at the troll with my longbow again.
Okay, perfect.
Is it at it's not at max HP anymore, right?
It isn't at max HP, no.
Okay. All right. I do the shoot.
Okay, 22 hits. So it takes Hunter's Mark. You can click on this on your character sheet as well, because I've given you a Hunter's Mark and a Colossus Slayer that you can click on your character sheet. Didn't roll particularly well on the damage.
No.
You rolled ones on both of the damages. It's okay. It's okay. You do 11 points of damage to it.
An extra 2 is better than just the 9. You know, you've got to take these things where we can.
Yep.
Anything else that you wish to do in your turn, Owen?
No.
Okay. Okay, your turn is done. The troll, you watch this time as its wounds don't appear to heal. It is going to make all of its attacks on the big gnome. It's going to make 2 claw attacks. That's a 16 to hit.
Beats it.
Okay, 15 points of slashing damage.
Well, I'm about to be down.
That's a lot of slashing damage. And the second attack is also a 16 to hit.
Yep.
And can I cutting words it as a reaction?
Yeah, absolutely. How do you do that? How does cutting words manifest?
I will say to it, I'd just, can you stop lifting your arms to strike because I can smell it from here.
Nice. Are you rolling for me?
I don't know what it's one of my dice, isn't it?
Yeah,
Sorry.
dice.
So it's a D6, isn't it?
Yep.
I need to put that in the thing.
I mean, it doesn't matter because it will be less than a
3.
Okay, so that makes it 13 to hit, which doesn't hit.
Yay.
But it is going to bite you as well.
No.
24 to hit.
That hits.
9 points of piercing damage.
Okay. And I am down.
Oh, do you revert back to small?
That's a good question. It doesn't say. It just says it lasts for a minute. So I don't think I do. I think I'm still big while I'm down.
I would say that you're big but down.
I would assume it's the same as the wings.
Yeah, they don't go down. They don't go if you fall, do they?
No.
Cool. Well, that's the troll's turn. The troll is going to. Leap. No, it's just going to move forwards. I'm going to move Brock backwards a little bit so that we can see what everybody else is doing. But the troll's going to sort of like move forwards and lean over Brock's body. Brock, I need a death save from you, please.
Okay. Death save.
That's the first. That'll be the first failure then.
Yep.
Okay. That's Brock's turn. Talitha, you're flying.
Yep. I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look directly at the troll, and I'm going to say to the troll, I'm really sorry about that last insult I gave you. It wasn't kind, and you probably didn't understand it. Vicious mockery.
Okay. Tell me what I need to do. Wisdom save. Trolls well known for their wisdom. That's a 17.
I'm going to silvery barbs him.
Okay. That's an 18.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
I'm so sorry. We good? We good, Kate? Anything else that you want to do?
I'm going to give the it doesn't have to be successful. You have to take the lower roll, so it's 17 regardless. Oh no, you take the next roll, but because I've used it, it doesn't have to be successful. I can still give advantage.
Yeah,
to
you can still
else.
give advantage.
I'm going to give advantage to I'm going to give advantage to Karina.
Okay.
And I am going, and as my bonus action, I will cast a healing word on Brock, which I believe I can do.
Is Silvery Bob's a spell?
No, it's a reaction though. So I thought a reaction existed outside of your turn.
It does. You're quite right.
So I can do healing word.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
So I'm going to cast healing word at level 2 on Brock.
Okay. Already at level 3, we're getting finicky. I love it.
5.
5 hit points. Brock, you heal 5 hit points.
That's fine.
Cool. Cool. So you're currently prone, but no longer unconscious. Karina.
My move as well, sorry.
You can move, Kate. Go ahead.
I'm just going to move to there, still 10 foot in the air.
Okay, Karina, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to run in there for a quick dash in there attack.
Okay. You have advantage on this attack.
Yeah, no problem.
Yes, 17 hits.
Okay. And yeah, I'm going to then disengage again with my bonus.
Look, you didn't get to hit it this round, did you, before you went down?
No, I did not.
Okay, cool. Good to know. Anything else that you're doing on your turn, Karina?
No.
Okay, you used your cunning action to disengage, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Awen, you're up.
I'm gonna shoot at it again. 9 to hit.
9 doesn't hit, I'm afraid.
Okay. I'm gonna try and do Colossus Slayer again.
You can't do Colossus Slayer unless you hit. Colossus Slayer has to...
when hitting...
when you hit something.
You're right. Cancel that. Okay.
My apologies.
Well then I got nothing else to do.
Okay. Do you want to move?
Yep.
Do you want to move, or are you all right there?
I'm good right where I am.
Okay, it's the troll's turn. Brock is prone in front of it. And it has stirred. So there's gonna be at least one attack on Brock. The claw attack is a 24 to hit.
Yes.
For 12 points of slashing damage.
And I'm back down, but at least my death saves reset.
Yeah, your death save's got reset. It's gonna jump over here between the pair of you.
Its economy sucks at level 3.
It's gonna make a You're back down to 0 hit points, aren't you, Brock? It's gonna make a claw attack on Karina and a bite attack on Awen. The claw attack on Karina is a 23 to hit.
Definitely hits.
For 10 points of slashing damage. And then the bite on Awen is only a 9 to hit.
Doesn't hit.
Which doesn't hit, so that's fine. It does look like it's healing though a little bit as it does that though. It's now Brock's turn. I need another death save from you, mate.
Okay.
Funny.
Womp womp womp.
Womp womp.
Womp 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 womp.
Okay.
The wompiest of womps.
Talitha, you're up.
I'm going to turn to the troll and I'm going to say, I'd call you a pile of shit, but you lack the warmth and depth. Vicious mockery.
Vicious mockery, okay. That is a 0.
Okay, so it takes 2 psychic and 3 radiant from the wings.
Tell me why it takes the radiant, because your wings
I
are
got my
in.
wings out.
Okay. Okay, cool. Is that your turn, Talitha? Are you doing anything else?
I'm going to healing word and book at first level.
Okay.
6, more than when I did it at second. Excellent.
Hey, Karina, you're up.
Yeah, spin around and basically. Oh, no advantage this time, isn't it? Oh no! What?
7 doesn't hit, I'm afraid.
And I'm trying to use my cunning action again to disengage.
Okay. Okay, you sort of like slide down the riverbank a little tiny bit.
Yeah.
Cool. Awen, you're up. It's right next to you.
Right now. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. It'd be an action to disengage, right?
It would be, yep, for you. You could just try and tank a hit. It's the other thing that you can do. You can step away and try and tank a hit so that you don't get the disadvantage.
Yeah, I'll try and do that.
Okay. It is going to make a claw attack on you. That's a 12 to hit.
Does not hit.
So you can make your attack.
Okay, well then I scurry away, turn around, and shoot at it with my longbow again. And that's going to be a 24 to hit.
24 hits, so I need you to roll a Hunter's Mark damage and a Colossus Slayer damage. Okay, better. So 16 points of damage total.
I like it.
It does take all of that. Does take all of that damage. As you do that, is there anything else that you want to do in your turn?
Did it make that attack at disadvantage, Claire?
What on?
Yeah, I know it didn't hit it anyway, but I just
Yeah,
wanted
it did. It was disadvantage.
Cool.
Faceless
Mockery can do one thing.
As you shoot the arrow sort of lodges into its chest and it pulls it out, and you already see it healing.
Oh no.
It's now its turn. You're 10 foot in the air, Talitha.
Yeah,
It can reach you.
it can fuck off.
Ooh.
It's going to make all of its attacks on you. That's a 19 to hit
Hits.
for 13 points of slashing damage.
Fuck. Okay.
The second attack is a 25 to hit
Okay.
for 6 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And its bite attack is an 11 to hit.
Doesn't hit. Doesn't
Okay.
fucking hit. Oh, Jesus
Ooh.
shit. Jesus shitting
Oh.
Christ.
God.
It stays there, sort of like making 2 attacks at you, but you just managed to pull out of the way with your wings on the last attack. Brock, you're up. You're currently prone.
Real quick, as it's ending its turn, I'm going to use my reaction to invoke my stone rune, and I need a wisdom save.
Okay.
From this roll. It's only a 13, so.
That's another 0.
Okay. It is charmed for the next 1 minute,
Right?
has a speed of 0,
Fuck.
and is incapacitated.
Fuck.
It can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns.
Oh my god! Is that a reaction?
Yeah, that's my reaction. It has to end its turn within 30 feet of me.
That's amazing.
That's wild.
Rune Knights are crazy. I've never played one before.
Some of this new shit that Wizards puts out. It's fucking broken.
I can't do any of this shit again until a short rest.
Yeah, okay.
We're about to have a short rest. I know we just got up, but we're about to have a fucking short rest.
Okay, so now it's my turn. So I'm gonna bonus action Second Wind.
Okay.
So that's gonna be healing for 9 because it's 6 plus my fighter level. So it puts me back up at okay amount of health, and then I'm going to just attack.
Fighters, man. Everything is at advantage. You know this. We know this. It's incapacitated. You get advantage on the attacks.
Yep. So it's 24 to hit.
24 definitely hits.
7 bludgeoning, and then I'm going to action surge and attack again.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
And 25, and that's 12 more damage.
Yep. That works.
Okay, and that's my turn.
Okay, Talitha.
Okay, I'm going to look at it square in the eyes. You need to learn some fucking manners. And that's another vicious mockery. I'm sorry, I got very squarey.
That's a 16.
Stop it! It's incapacitated, it can't move.
It can't move, yeah.
That means it can't take reactions, can it?
It cannot take reactions. Incapacitated, it can't do anything.
I just wanted to make sure, because I am fucking off over here.
Okay, is that the end of your turn, Talitha?
Yeah, I think so.
Karina, you're up.
Oh, I'm going to run up and hit him with my sword again.
Okay.
There better not be another troll on the other end of this bridge.
11 hits.
Oh, it is just about, right, okay. Right, and then again, I'm going to disengage, even though I know I can't react.
You don't need to disengage from it. You can just leave its area.
I know, but I'm going to move back from it anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that your turn, Karina?
Yeah.
Okay, Awen, you're up.
Same thing.
14
14
hits?
to hit. Okay.
Would you have advantage?
You would have advantage, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's roll again in case you get a natural 20.
Yeah, you should do. No.
Nope.
But yeah, so
Nope.
you do Colossus Slayer and thingy to it. Yep, so it takes 8, 14, 16 points of damage. For all intents and purposes, it looks dead to you.
It takes 15 damage from that.
No, it was 8, 6, and 2. The first.
Oh, I was just looking at
damage.
7. Sorry. You were right.
For all intents and
You're
purposes, it looks dead. Easy now. It looks dead. And it falls in a heap on the ground. Is there anything else that you want to do in your turn?
I'm gonna move a little closer.
Okay, cool. It regains some health at the start of its turn.
Oh God.
And it's still not moving, but you can see the wounds healing on its body. Is it the end of its turn it makes another wisdom save, Jace?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's on the ground, it's fully incapacitated at the moment, and it's going to try and make a wisdom save. 16?
That passes.
Okay, so it's no longer incapacitated, and it starts sort of like writhing around and looking
Claire,
around.
did it make that wisdom save at disadvantage? No,
Why would
because fucking with the vicious mockery did pissing work, did it?
It's still currently prone on the ground. Brock, you're up.
Brock's just gonna yell out because I noticed this. It didn't regenerate when I hit it with fire. I can't do fire again. And then I'm gonna smack it with my flail.
Okay.
19 to hit.
Yep. For all intents and purposes, it goes back down like a sack of shit.
And that's in my turn then. That's all I can do.
Okay. Okay, Talitha, you're up.
I don't have any fire.
I mean, you've all got some fire.
Like, need you?
I'm just going to say I'm going to have to say to it, I think it's about time that you died and stayed dead, and give it another vicious mockery.
Okay, it doesn't hear you. It appears to be dead.
Oh, fuck. It needs to be able to hear me to do vicious mockery. All right. In which case, I will fly towards it, and I will just attack it with my rapier.
Okay. You get advantage.
Oh, I'm clicking the wrong freaking thing. That's right. 18 to hit.
Yep, definitely hits.
The 9 piercing damage and
It appears to
3
be.
radiant.
It still appears to be dead.
Well, I'm 3 radiant, and see whether my radiant does anything. I could have just thrown I haven't even got anything. I haven't got anything to light anything. I've got nothing.
Okay, is that your turn, Talitha?
Yeah.
Karina.
Let's go and see if we can make it more dead. Again, just going to attack it. Sure, sort of.
For somehow you don't hit it. Somehow, you like in a little bit of like blind panic that you're aware that it's going to come back. You're a little bit too nervous with your strike, and your strike goes wide from the dead thing on the ground.
That's what I get for being cocky.
Is that your turn, Karina?
Yeah.
Okay, Awen, what are you doing?
Can I light one of my arrows on fire?
You have a source with which to light it with that is currently lit.
Tinderbox.
You do have a tinderbox. I mean, if you wanted to spend an action, for example, lighting a torch, and then using the following turn, using the torch to either hit the troll with the torch or firing an arrow through that torch, I would allow you to do that if that would be something that you would like to do.
I'd like to try that. I mean, it ain't get any deader than it is right now, so I think just shooting it again right now is not going to do anything.
So you spend an action getting out a torch and your tinderbox and lighting one of your torches. That is what you can do this turn.
Okay, and I'm taking another step back.
Okay. The troll gains some hit points. And being fully Compos Mentis, stands and is going to make 2 attacks on Karina and 1 on Brock. The claw attack on Karina is a natural 20.
Oh.
Bye-bye.
For 20 points of slashing damage.
Oh, I'm down. That's the time I decide not to disengage, not to move back.
Seeing as you're down, it's going to make an attack. It's going to make its other claw attack on Brock. That's a 19 to hit.
It hits.
For 13 points of slashing damage.
Not down, I'm just almost down.
And then he's going to try and bite you, which is a natural 1.
Ha-ha!
In your face.
That's his turn. Brock, you're up.
Okay. Well, I know it's okay. So Brock knows that it needs fire damage to be dead, but it also has to be dead to be dead. And Awen's got the torch on lock, so I'm not worried about that. So I'm just gonna smack it with the flail again.
Okay. Yep, that hits.
8 damage.
Okay, it's still up.
So rude.
Oh.
So rude.
So rude.
Okay, that's my turn.
Cool. Okay, Talitha.
It's going to be another vicious mockery because, of course, it is.
Okay.
As I fly away, I'm going to say, "Look at you. You're boring." And I'm going to do the old vicious mockery.
It's a 6.
Okay, so it takes 3 psychic, 3 radiant.
It's mocked to death this time.
Good. Sometimes things are boring. They just have to decide.
Okay. That's your turn, Talitha.
Yeah.
Karina, I need a death saving throw, please.
Mm-hmm.
You're back on 1 hit point! You're back on 1 hit point!
Fucking God.
Wow.
Nat 20 death save.
Right.
Karina,
The
you
best of
We,
the
like,
nat
don't need
20s.
it anymore.
Karina, your eyes open at one hit point, prone on the ground. That's the top of your turn. What else would you like to do on your turn?
Stay lying here.
Stay lying down, prone on the ground.
Yeah.
I cannot stress this enough. Maybe roll down river.
Yeah. No, I'm going to back off.
Okay. Okay, cool. You crawl away as you do. That is the end of Karina's turn. Awen, you have the torch.
I've got my torch ready, and I'm going to torch it.
You're gonna hit it with the torch, or are you gonna fire an arrow?
I'm gonna
through
fire
the
my arrow through the torch.
Okay.
The arrow becomes fire.
Okay. Make me an attack roll.
Is it prone?
It is prone, so it would be a disadvantage. However, even with a 13, you hit. Roll me 1d6 as well, like an extra 1d6 on top of your usual Hunter's Mark. Because you still get Hunter's Mark, you still effectively get Colossus Slayer as well. But the important part is the 4 points of fire damage that you've done to it. Awen, tell me what it looks like when you finally defeat this troll.
So I shoot my arrow through the. I don't even know where my torch is being held from, but
I'm going to say that you just you chuck it into the ground, and it just sort of like sits in the ground.
I like it. All right. An arrow screaming of fire just goes right into its head, and the thing just bursts into flames, and it's just sizzling.
So the arrow finds its way into the temple. The troll is just about to regain hit points, and it turns and it begins to focus its attention on you. Not before it is cut short by the flaming arrow in the side of its temple, and you watch as I want to say Raiders of the Lost Ark. When the skin melts away from the skull, that's exactly what happens. And you're left with this boiling, cindering husk of troll. You are out of initiative.
Y'all okay? I say with full HP.
No. Now. Brock's gonna walk over and kick the troll. No.
Yeah, a bit ouchy.
Oh.
Oh,
Well, I'm gonna need to take a breather for a second now.
I agree. I think I'm also going to need to take a breather.
And Brock would be probably reverted back to small now.
Sure.
I would fly over to where we all are, and as I land, my wings disappear.
Oh.
Shall we maybe cross the bridge? Maybe have a little short rest on the other side? Because
That sounds
the
good to
stench
me.
of the troll is a lot. Maybe the river will mask it somewhat.
Does the troll have any loot on it?
Well, you have a look through the stuff that the troll has. You don't see anything on the troll at all. You're welcome to check under the bridge should you so wish.
I'd like to check out its lair.
Yeah.
Okay, so you head under the bridge. Give me either an investigation or perception check. You choose. Don't worry about moving your characters. It's fine. I'm going to move you onto a different page on the map.
I would do perception. Oh, also a 9.
Oh, yeah. 6.
Okay, you have a look around. Talitha, are you rolling?
Well, no, because I'm not going to go under.
Okay.
I don't want to go under.
Okay, so you have a good look around. You spot there's a couple of pouches that are underneath the bridge. Karina, you don't see anything, but Brock and Awen, you do notice that there's a couple of pouches underneath the bridge. One of the pouches appears to have, like, as you reach for it, it does like it has a metallic jingle to it, shall we say? And the other pouch doesn't give off the same jingle, but you can find there's two like little pouches, little bags under there that you can take.
Yeah, I'd say we'd grab both of them.
Yeah.
Sure. Well, like one of them has got a few gold and some silver and some copper in there.
He's not gonna need this anymore, so
It works out like everything that's in there. It works out at about works out a total of like 23 gold, 32 silver, and about 87 copper pieces.
23, 32, 87.
That are in this pouch. The other pouch, as you open it, has got some bits and pieces in there. Talitha, you recognise. You can see there's a pearl in there. There's a couple of bones. You see a couple of strips of ivory as well.
Pouch.
Well, you notice that there are a couple of different bits of components that are used in spells.
Okay.
There.
Well,
What would you like to do?
I think we'll go to the. Oh, sorry, carry on.
I was yeah, I think we should cross the bridge and take a quick rest and
Sure, absolutely.
split up this money and so yee.
You all just like relax. Awen, I'm assuming you don't really need a short rest. Is there anything that you need from a short rest at all? So you might sort of like keep watch while the rest of everyone else licks their wounds a little bit, unless you do want to also take a short rest.
I'll keep watch. I'm really good at that.
You are really good at that. That's
Hearing
true.
things.
That's true.
If we were going to take a short rest, I would do the Song of Rest.
Okay, how does that manifest, Kate? What does that look like?
I will show you. So she would pull out her flute and she would start.
You won't be able to hear it with your thingy cap on. Can't hear anything. Can't hear a thing.
No. Hang on. I'll turn it up. Hang on.
It's all right. We've all had performance issues today.
Okay, let me try that again. Should we
Okay.
do this?
We're not hearing all of it, Kate, still. It's like half a thing. Katie, we can't hear you. Stop it. Still can't hear you. Stop it.
It's not worth it.
It's all right. We'll pre-record some stuff. I'm sure it was beautiful.
Lovely.
It was Mr. Sandman. Yeah, so that's what she'll play, and we're on her little flute, and then you will all get an extra 3 hit points.
Cool.
Oh yeah, so you all gain the benefits of a short rest. Aaron, do you want to make a perception check while the 3 of them are resting?
I'll sure try. Oh. 8.
And perception is a wisdom-based skill, and rangers tend to have quite a bit put into wisdom, and a lot of them tend to have a proficiency in wisdom. And I don't understand why you're rolling so badly, Crispy, and why you want to hurt me so much.
I have a lot of wisdom. Everything's good. It shouldn't be this bad.
I tell you what you don't see. You don't see nothing. You have a quiet hour with everybody else licking their wounds and you recovering what arrows you spent.
I need to recover my ego from all these terrible perception rolls.
And do we get to roll hit dice?
Yeah, you can roll hit dice.
Brock is gonna pop out the potion of vitality from all the way back in our session 0.
Okay.
So I just get max hit points from my hit dice.
Okay, sure.
So I'm just back at full. But you spend all my hit dice.
Remember when we did a session 0 and I gave you things? Remember when I gave you good stuff? Not anymore. Not anymore. You can all go fuck yourself. Fucking Rune Knights. What the shit?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Amazing. Incredible. Okay. Okay, how's everybody looking? Are you all looking okay? Are you all happy to continue on?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I will take another survival check with advantage from Awen, should he wish to still helm this particular stage of the expedition.
Y'all think I should? I don't know if my
carry on.
rolls are good enough anymore.
Go for it.
This is my goal, to make people scared of their dice.
It's working. All right, yeah, I'll go ahead and roll.
Okay. What did you roll, Crispy?
A 13.
13's okay. 13's not bad. 13's not bad. You it takes maybe a little bit longer than you initially thought. You initially thought it would, looking at the what you have. You are looking for landmarks that don't quite correlate, but you continue on. It takes pretty much the rest of the day entirely by the time that you get to this building, this interesting looking building. So you pass the scorch of the red worm. You pass a lot of like scorched earth, and that's when you realise that you're getting closer. But you see, as you continue through the Trollclaw Valley, you get to this chalet, effectively a large chalet, just as night is beginning to fall. Should you wish to check it out at night or go in at night, you're more than welcome to. Although if you'd rather wait until the day, you're also welcome to do that without a problem.
I know I'd rather wait until the next day.
Yeah, same.
Because I am not good.
You are not good.
I am not
like
good.
Brock just wants to get on with it, but he's also not gonna like push the issue by any means.
My problem is I haven't got the. I'm all right health wise, but I haven't got the spell slots.
Yeah.
Okay. So are you going to? Here's the thing: how close do you want to be to this place before you take your break? Well, like when you rest, how are you gonna? Do you want to check it out first, or do you want to?
I think we'd maybe scout it a little bit.
Is that going to be everyone, or are you going to send a couple of stealthy people to do that?
I'll stealthily check it out.
I'll go and sneak as well.
Okay, so you send the rogue and the ranger to go and check out the building towards the night, as the night falls, while the other two begin to make camp a little bit further away.
Yeah.
Can I, in that case, please get some stealth checks from Awen and Karina, please?
Oh, you're joking me. An 8.
Oh, whoops.
It's okay, we can take the first roll. So an 8 and a 15. Okay. So you creep up while you say ta-ra to Brock and Talatho, who are putting up your base of operations for now, and you sneak and creep over to the this chalet. I say chalet. And so it looks a bit like this. What you can see here, you can see a
much like Pontins to me.
yeah, it's not super. That's so British, Kate.
No, sorry.
It's not. It doesn't look super inviting. What you do notice at night, though, is a series of lights that move around inside. You can see an awful lot of ravens that fly around the building, and you can see a series of lights moving around inside. How close do you wish to get to the building?
Not very at this particular point. Not if it's just the two of us here.
I'd like. Are the ravens making noise?
Yeah, you can hear the noises of ravens. Caca.
Kind of want to speak with animals and listen to what they're saying. You're welcome. You're welcome to do that if you like. I'm gonna do it.
Okay. You can speak with animals. You can speak with animals. Make a perception check for me, because you are still quite a distance away. I would like a perception check, please.
19.
Okay. So you hear snippets of raven conversation, which are unlike, which belay an intelligence beyond that of a raven. You hear snippets of conversation saying, you as one raven swoops in and sits on a roof looking at another raven, you hear one of them say to the other, no sign of anything yet. The artifact still appears protected. I'll report to Madrina shortly. And that raven nips into the roof, and another raven then goes off and circles.
Okay. I think we should back away and head back to where we were making camp.
Agreed. Go.
Cool. You swing back towards camp. Brooke and Talitha, you've made camp without an issue. It's misty and spooky and a bit disconcerting, but you're fine.
Are we separating out that cache that we got from the underneath the bridge?
Yeah,
Or-
we just haven't done it yet.
Okay, well, I've done it.
Okay.
We can do it quick before we rest. I just wanted to get it out of the way.
Yeah.
If everyone, well, and I'll take a little bit less, but that's fine. So everyone takes 6 gold pieces, 8 silver pieces, and 20 copper pieces.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
Just got to drop off camera, so I could be 2 seconds to be back.
No worries. Oh,
Thank you for
yeah,
doing
that's
that.
fine. Cool.
I mean, Brock's gonna volunteer to take the second watch because he does it so well.
Why do you keep doing this?
Who's going to take the first watch?
And I can take the first watch.
Okay,
I'll take last.
sure. Okay. Talitha, give me a perception check, please.
Sorry, before we do that, when Awen came back to the camp, did he tell us what the ravens had said?
Yes.
What
I
did
filled
they
everyone in.
What did they say again? Sorry.
What?
What did they say again?
Um,
Did they tell me about the artifact, or I can't.
they said the artifact is still there or secure, something like that. I don't know. I didn't take notes. And that one of them was going to report to something. Something with an M.
It'd be wonderful. It'd be wonderful if you took notes.
I know.
They will report
This
to.
is a lesson, gang. If your DM gives you information, take a note of it.
Does anyone in chat with you?
There's a VOD. Don't worry. I'll go back.
To save us sticking around. They will report to. They will report to
Madrina.
Okay. Sorry. Now I'll take the first watch.
Okay, perception check, please.
16.
You don't notice any ravens that fly overhead. You're especially looking for ravens after the conversation that you've had, but you don't see any ravens flying overhead at all.
Okay.
And you don't see anything else. It's just very misty and quiet. Brock,
Okay.
with your second watch,
Yeah.
give me a perception check.
8.
8. I mean, that's not bad for you.
It's better.
You managed to stay awake. You managed to stay awake, but you don't get you don't see any. You hear the occasional call of a raven in the background, but aside from that, when you wake up about halfway through Brock's watch and you're like, hey, stayed awake this time. Nice. You hand over to Awen, who makes a perception check for me. Natural 15. Fuck. No, you're fine. You don't. You also keep an eye out for ravens. They start to get. You start seeing ravens again, probably about right towards your rest ending. you start seeing more ravens flying overhead. You see one lands on a tree relatively close to where you've made camp and then flies off again.
Uh-oh.
But you don't... There's nothing untoward. It just looks like a bird that lands on a tree and then flies away. Unless there's anything else you want to do when that raven lands on the tree. That should be a
load
loaded
to shoot at it, but no, I'll just let it be.
Okay, awesome. You let the raven be, and it flies away. You all gain the benefits of a long rest.
Ooh. Welcome back, hit dice.
Ooh.
So you get half your hit dice rounded down back on a long rest.
So never mind, just one. I forgot
Yes.
that was how it worked.
Just the one dice, actually.
I forgot that was how it worked. But I Brock's gonna wake up and just be like, another uneventful night. Slept really well.
A raven landed near us and then it just left. I don't know if it was one of the ravens that I saw at the house or not, but
I don't know why I clicked that.
That's
Well,
fine. I won't hold
well-
it against you.
There's one way to find out, because we gotta head over to that house, that chalet.
The chalet. Yeah, you can. You begin to head on over. You don't see it's daytime now, so you don't see any lights or anything like that within the castle in this very imposing looking building with its bits and pieces around. You do notice that there does appear, as you approach the building, you can see some steps leading up to the a front doorway beyond a metal gate. You also see just to the south of that, you see what appears to be a fully fenced in graveyard to the south.
Spooky. Well, shall we? I don't. Should we just try and go in the front door, or like walk around back, or?
Yeah, graveyards probably might find something nasty in a graveyard for some reason, but yeah.
What do you mean? You've seen everything good this time. There's been nothing bad's happened to you at all.
We made friends with the troll.
Yeah.
There's dead things there.
I mean, what I can do is I can give you as you walk up towards the castle. The chalet. I can give you a little bit of sort of like an indication of what it looks like as you're sort of heading over there. Let me move to here. So you've currently got the steps in front of you that you can take a look at. The fencing graveyard you can see is sort of further down in that kind of area. But you're welcome to take a look around, should you so wish. You're not picking up any sort of like untoward noises passively as you're looking around. Awful lot of ravens around here.
Is there a door at the top of those?
Yep, there's a door at the top of the stairs. Yep.
If no one stops him, Brock is gonna walk up and knock on the door.
Okay, you walk up to the top of the stairs to that doorway and you give it a knock.
Anybody home?
No response?
I'm gonna push on the door.
You push on the door. It opens.
I can't see any of that map on my screen, so I don't know if I'm on.
Shit, okay, no, hang on. It's probably due to it not having light and you not having dark vision. Did daylight?
I have 120-foot dark vision at this
There we
point,
go.
so-
I see now.
You should be able to see now. My apologies, my love. You've got 120 feet of dark vision.
Mm-hmm.
Is that giant shit?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Hey, Jace, you can go off people. There we go. Yeah, so you open into here. You can see rusty iron hooks lining the walls of the entrance foyer. You can see hanging from two of these hooks, you see a shovel and a rake. A dusty cloak is draped over a hook next to a round top door in the south wall.
Well, should we go? Should we just go explore, or?
Yeah,
I don't know.
As you
I
asked the
don't wanna be
question,
rude and just,
I
like,
walk
break into
past you.
someone's- I don't want to be rude and just like break into someone's home, but
QE, anyone home?
You don't hear anything?
okay. Brock's gonna just push open another door.
Okay.
Just try to.
Yep, you push open the door that's in front of you. This opens up into you can see light entering into this room from the north wall, where there are cracked and broken windows looking over a foggy veil. Dusty sheets cover most of the room's furnishings. Cobwebs stretch between the antlers, wolf heads, and other hunting trophies mounted on the walls above the wainscoting. A pale rectangle above the large fireplace suggests that a picture or a mirror once hung there.
Seems like there hasn't been anyone here in quite some time.
Can I do like a quick perception around to see if there if anything looks like it's been moved recently, or whether anything looks like it might be trapped, but that's more of an investigation role. I don't know.
I will allow you to make a perception check for me.
19.
What is it you're looking for specifically? What are you hoping to get out of this role?
I just want to see whether it looks like anyone has been in here recently, whether there's like certain areas where there's not as thick dust, whether there's a worn path in the floor.
You don't notice anything. You don't notice any many looking around you. You're looking for sort of like more footsteps and things along those lines. You don't see anything like that here.
Okay.
You do notice that the door is slightly ajar to the south, and you can see a corridor also going down to the south, and some stairs that go up in front of you as well.
Check out this floor first.
Those lights that I saw, were they on this floor or the above floor?
The above floor.
Okay.
So in that case, do we want to explore this floor first, or we just want to beeline upstairs?
I think we probably should explore this floor first.
Yeah, because if there's anything
Make sure
behind
it's clear.
we don't want anything coming behind us.
Yeah,
Right.
I wouldn't want to be upstairs and have to get out quick and come downstairs into something.
Brock's gonna follow Eowyn.
Okay.
Eowyn's just running ahead, and Brock's like,
Eowyn-
okay, that's fine. That's fine with me.
Aaron Hotfoot's down the hallway here to a circular room, a circular chamber, which appears like is at the base of the tower that you saw from the outside. This has a large oak dining table surrounded by 6 high-backed chairs carved with images of stags. You see suspended above the table a really gaudy chandelier tied off with ropes. You can see puddles of water on the flagstone floor that are the result of moisture seeping in through 3 narrow broken windows evenly spaced around the tower wall. You can see a fireplace set into the wall covered in soot. Also, you can kind of look out over the graveyard from here a little bit. You can see there are a series of graves that are just sort of like are there. It's difficult to get a full angle because the window is so narrow, but there's a series of graves in there.
I'm gonna check the fireplace, see if like it looks recently used.
Give me either a perception or investigation check. DC is slightly different for each.
Perception 15.
Okay, so having a quick glance over, you don't see anything that indicates that this has been used in recent times. Also, sort of like looking around, you don't see a like with a 15 perception. There's not a lot of like movement in dust or things along those lines too. It's pretty empty, pretty devoid of signs of life. Bless you.
Thank you. Terrible.
We want to head out and go through the door to the right.
Yeah.
Okay, you step in through this door. It's the same door with the ajar door as well. There is a window down there. You can see a kitchen. You have a kitchen. You can see there is a smell that sits in this kitchen. It's old meats, old fruit. You see not a lot of food remains in here. There is the wooden tables, a sooty hearth, grime in pots. There's lots of smells that still hang, that hang in the air, like the hooks, like the pans hanging from hooks about the room. There are dish-filled cupboards, cleaning supplies and cooking utensils. There are mice scurrying across the floor. It's a fully stocked kitchen without food in it, but all of your utensils and things that you would expect to see in here.
I'm assuming looking from the window, I can look out over the graveyard.
You can, yeah.
Because I can look out over the graveyard. Do any of the graves, did the graves all look of equal age, or do any of them look newer? And by that I mean that the ground is more raised. Or are there any like flowers on particular graves that seem to be more well tended?
Ah.
So when I don't know necessarily whether you know this, but when someone gets buried, they like mound the earth over the top of it, and it goes down over time. So you can tell what's a newer grave because the earth is mounded higher.
Okay. Give me a
Love
perception.
the fact I know that.
Give me a perception check.
22, natural 20.
Incredible. Trying to think how much information yet to give you even on a 22. Okay. So there is looking through this window, looking at the graveyard, there is a definite indication. Not that one is necessarily newer, but one has been... It's definitely one that has been... that the earth has been disturbed more than once. Is that an answer that is helpful to you?
Yeah.
So specifically, this one here... Oh no, hold up. I'm not clicking on the right bit. This one here has been... looks like it has been disturbed more than once.
Does it look like it's been disturbed recently? So does it look like the earth under the disturbance is fresh?
It's difficult to say from how far away you are and what you're looking at.
Fine. So I will say that to everyone and say I think we need to go and have a look in the graveyard before we go upstairs.
Okay.
And I know graveyards are great and spooky and all of that shit, but there seems to have been there is ground that's been disturbed in the graveyard. So can we head over there, please?
I enjoy the fact that Crispy's picked up his emotional support animal.
Fine by me.
Okay. Question. Do you pick up the shovel that was in the foyer before you head over in that direction?
If I saw it as I was walking past, then yes.
Then you can. You can go ahead and do that.
Okay, well, I'll head out with shovel in tow.
Okay.
Graveyard we go.
I don't like graveyards.
Nothing bad ever happened in the graveyard.
So there is a 7-foot tall wrought iron fence enclosing this small graveyard to the south. Set into the north side of the enclosure is a gate with the name Brantifax worked into an arch above it. There are 4 graves. Each of them is marked with an engraved headstone.
Bran is crow or raven in Welsh, randomly.
Is it
Yeah.
safe to assume the name Brantifax means nothing to me?
Give me a history check.
Can I also do that?
Absolutely. You can give me a history check if you want.
7.
9.
11.
No. No. None of you know. None of you know.
Let me check. No.
It's not. It doesn't ring any bells to you whatsoever. But yeah, you're welcome to step in should you wish. You should just be able to get in there. I don't think I've got. Yeah. You can step in. I thought you were all stood at the gate, looking very polite. I was very like, what's going on? So
Here we go.
okay, so you can see that the elements have eroded the lettering on the headstones. So you do have to get quite close to them to be able to read them, but I can tell you what they read from north to south if you're planning on getting close to them.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay, so you see Baron Brantifax as in the northern one, husband, father, hunter, and then in quotes, let no man stand above another. And then the next one says Brawn, hound of Brantifax, faithful to the end. The next one down says Heluthe, which is Heluthe, our pride and joy, lost too soon. And then Sylphane, beloved daughter, may she find peace at last.
Family.
Which grave is it? And it's Hiltha's is the grave.
These graves.
That's my writing. That's not you.
Which one of you reads goes up to read these? Just out of curiosity.
I would.
You would
For
go
sure.
to. Okay, so as you stand on the northern grave, and you stand and you look at that grave, you make a, as you're looking at it and you're looking at the gravestone, you feel just a chill completely overcome you.
Stupid character not being a grave cleric. Okay. I don't like it in here. I would head down after reading the second one just to get the name. I would head directly to the third one and just have a look and see at where the ground's been disturbed.
Okay, so you can see. Make a. Oh, I'm going to say. Perception or survival. The DC for survival is markedly lower.
Okay, I'll go 19 on survival.
Okay, so where this is looking to be it looks quite disturbed. Where the ground looks like it's been disturbed multiple times. With a 19, you recognise that this grave has been dug up and then replaced at some point within the last 3 years. You would.
Oh. Okay. Right, I would say that to the rest of the group. I don't know what you want to do with that information, but I've got a shovel.
I don't like graveyards, but I don't like graves when they've been dug up for some reason and then filled in again, unless there's something that's hidden in there. Treasure.
Are the ravens coming closer while we're...
There's a couple that sort of fly over and sit on the iron railing around this and just sort of look and watch.
I'm gonna turn to the ravens and say hi. I like specifically with my communicate with small beasts.
Yeah, I get it. They just acknowledge you. They acknowledge you. There's a nod of a head, but you don't get any. You don't get any sort of communication from them. There's just like a nod of a head. They seem interested in what you're doing.
I'm fine if digging up the grave is what we're doing. I'm fine doing that. If you want me to take the shovel,
I think we probably should.
A lot of emotional support animals happening, and I'm here for it.
Okay, yeah. So Brock will take the shovel from Talitha and just start digging.
Yeah, it takes like a good sort of with Brock, give me an athletics check, Brock.
Okay. 20.
Oh, amazing! It takes like a good sort of like 15 minutes to like make a bit of headway, start digging this grave so it's open. The dirt moves pretty well. It's clearly been moved before, and you end up sort of like staring and looking at this coffin that's currently in the ground. It's not open yet, but you can see sort of like 6 feet down there is a coffin there. You're welcome to try and pull it out or whatever you'd like to do.
Brock's gonna look at the rest of you and be like, "Is that what you do? We want to."
I think we need to know what's been replaced, if there's a body in it, or what the situation is.
Okay. Then yeah, Brock would, I guess, try and pull it out.
You pull the coffin out of the grave. Yeah, with a 20 athletics, easily enough, you can pull it out. You can pull the grave out. As you do, as you take it out fully, the lid begins to slip, and the lid slips, and you see, rather than the body of a person, you see 2 hands within the box, and you also see just, there's no other way to describe it other than like a straw person, what used to be a person but has been or made to look like a person, or something awkward and weird and strange and vaguely humanoid but not humanoid. And it's at that point that, as the lid fully slips off back into the grave, the scarecrow leaps at you, and that is where we will pick up next time.
Haunted scarecrow.
Okay.
Let's do it.
That is where we will pick up next time, I think, with yeah, I think so. I think that's a perfect point to pick up. I'm going to leave it on a cliffhanger because I can.
So rude.
I love a cliffhanger.
Yeah, we'll jump straight into combat next time with that, I think. Fam, that's been a lot of fun. We will be over in Discord in about sort of like 10-15 minutes to do our D&D brief and hear Katie's story about a bridge. And then
do I've got the strength to tell that story.
I think you do. But then we'll be back in 2 weeks' time with some more stuff. I'm so sorry about the technical issues. I think it's because I've not updated something. Next time I will make sure that everything is updated before I do anything, because I'm an idiot. But yeah, come over to Discord. We'd love for you to do that. And come and hang out with our D&D brief. But if you don't, that's also cool. We are fine with that. But it will be live on YouTube next Sunday. But fam, please thank all of my beautiful players who are excellent, wonderful human beings. You can find them by clicking on any of the bits in the doobly-doo stuff. But I think we'll just close off right now. Fam, that is not gonna work because it's the wrong fucking screen. Wait up. Hold up. I'm well good at this. Hey. Why do I not use that for this? That's so silly. I should really use that. Did I not... Bear with. We've got this. We've definitely got this. Hey, there I am. It was fine. It worked perfectly well first time. Absolutely no problem at all. Fam, thank you so much for hanging out today. Thank you for the gift sub, Masty Crispy, and thank you to everyone being here. If you really enjoyed today's stream, please consider following if you haven't already, and follow the lovely people who I stream with on a lovely Sunday. Or come and join us on YouTube as well, because it's fun, and I want to get to 1,000 subs because it would be really cool to hit that sort of total. But we're going to go and raid someone. Who are we raiding? Let's go and find a friend. I need friends. I'm so sad. Let's find someone to raid and have a lovely time. Let's raid. Let's raid Colo. She's just starting. That's cool. Fam, have a lovely, lovely rest of your day. I will see you next week for 10 to 6 Baldur's Gate, or I'll see you in Discord in a second. Love you very much. Okay, bye.